Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive podcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have a very fun episode planned for you this evening. We have the incredible Britney Spears impersonator herself, SIREN Kelly, is going to be joining us this evening. I am super excited to chat with her this evening. Amethyst and I decided to do a little celebrity impersonation of our own. My favorite song in the world is Madonna's Frozen. It has been my favorite since the song came out, and I wanted to do that look tonight. I have been doing it from time to time here and there, and I've been trying to perfect it, and I forgot to do my hands. It's the only thing I forgot. I forgot to do the henna on my hands. But, oh well, it is what it is. Here we are. Well, we should probably get started. By the way, if anybody out there has questions for us or suggestions or anything you would like to see on Inside the Drag Closet, go ahead and send us an email at InsideTheDragCloset@gmail.com. Or if you would like to join our Patreon, you could go over to www.patreon.com/InsideTheDragCloset and join our incredible friends, Jess, Lori, Corey, Brian, Jeremy, Josh, Chanel, Daniel, Robin, Vicky, and Emily. Thanks to them, they have been keeping the show running. For as little as $5 a month, you can help support wayward drag performers who are just trying to make a living. Yep, that happened. That went through my head. What else was I going to say? I don't know what else to say. Vicky is here already. Don't forget to share the live, everybody. Share the love and share the live. We are here for your entertainment. The more people that we see, the more fun we can all have. But I might be having a little bit of fun, but I need to do a little who, what, where about me. Who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I am a drag artist based out of the Harrisburg area of Pennsylvania. I love the art of drag because it allows me to just be me. What am I wearing? Like I said before, I'm doing a tribute to Madonna's Frozen video. It was as close as I could get to it. I've done it before. I was studying her makeup. Her makeup is so soft in it, but I had to spice it up just a little bit. All of this is just very basic. Hair from Amazon, bodysuit from Amazon, necklace from Amazon. My big buns are from Amazon. My makeup is Morphe this evening. My lips are Kylie, actually. I did not use the lip bar this evening. I did lip bar at first, but the color I had was too soft, and I needed it to pop just a little bit more. And where can you find me? Well, you can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet, available on Facebook and YouTube. You can find me performing all over the place, honestly. My next gig, I am heading down to, what's that state? Maryland, the great state of Maryland. I will be at the Lodge on March 14th, I believe, I didn't even upload the poster. I was so busy. Everybody, this is my first night in the new drag closet. I finally finished painting the wall behind me. It looked, landscape is what I did. It's just authentic. It took me hours to paint this. It's not shenanigans at all. It's exactly what it looks like. But I forgot to post it. But I'll be at the Lodge with Friday Night Rights. It's going to be an absolute blast. But I'm rambling, so you know what? Oh, thank you, Yari. One of our recent guests, Yari, saying I look incredible. Thank you. I love this look. But You want to see a really good look? Then let me bring in my beautiful drag sister. You know her and love her, so put your hands together for Amethyst Diamond.
Hi, everybody. Good evening and welcome. I too am also dressed like Madonna.
Which face?
Baby. Same. 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 We both been through some faces, haven't
Oh, yeah.
we? What's going on, sister? How are you tonight?
I am fantastic. I had a really good therapy session
Good.
today. I'm feeling
Good.
fiery tonight.
I like that. I like it when you're spunky, baby.
Well, Well, girl, why don't you tell the kids at home a little bit about you?
Sure, absolutely. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is officially Pisces season. So check yourselves because I will. What's up, y'all? It is Amethyst Diamond. I've been doing drag for over 20 years, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I live in South Central Pennsylvania, have lived here my whole life. I do what I love for people out there like you who love what I do. Tonight, we are doing celebrity impersonations in honor of our guest tonight, Siren Kelly. So I put together Janet Jackson's 1814 look tonight. Most of the look I made myself. The jacket came from Amazon. I embellished it with chains. I bought a cheap black hat. This is literally, it probably cost me $20 to make this whole look. This is my mom's house key. I'll put it back on my ring. Don't worry, Mom. So yeah, where can you find me? This week, you can find me celebrating my birthday a little early downtown York at Archetype Pizza with Sybil Stackhouse and Tragedy Stackhouse. $10 donation at the door. We play several rounds of bingo. We all perform for you, and it's a good way to come see me and celebrate my birthday. Friday on my birthday, you can find me down in Delaware at Rehoboth Beach at the Blue Moon with our host Roxy Overbook. It'll be so good to be at my home away from home. There we are. Thank you, Jade. So Roxy Overbook is hosting. My good Judy from Philly, Jean Louise, will be there, as well as Ivy Blue Austin and myself. There's no place I would rather be on my birthday than my home away from home, which is Rehoboth. Other than that, you can find me here every other Wednesday with my good sister over here. And let's do some things, shall we? Let's do it.
Party. I am excited. Girl, happy early birthday.
Thank you, baby, and happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you. I just turned 26 last week.
Samesies, baby. Samesies. I'm not stopping.
Oh,
Samesies, girl.
we look amazing.
Oh, duh.
Just
Duh.
saying. All
Duh.
right, everybody. I think it is
What do you
time
want
to
to talk
just.
about? Should we
What
tell
do you
them
want to?
about our merch? Let's talk about some merch.
Absolutely. We could talk about some merch. Let me get that link
We'll,
up right
we'll let
here.
Simon simmer for a little bit yet.
Right.
Let it simmer.
If you would like some Inside the Drag Closet merch, most importantly, and very important right now, the Drag is Not a Crime hoodie. I feel like that's going to be making a resurgence right now. I wonder
Duh.
why. But we also have our Inside the Drag Closet. We call this the Beloved Drag Sisters series.
Shenanigans.
This picture is so fun because that is literally a picture of the two of us.
It is.
I had
And
an
I think it
artist on
describes us
Fiverr.
beautifully.
Yeah, they captured us just wonderfully. I love that picture.
Yeah. It's probably my favorite of us, definitely.
Yep. And we have
Definitely.
we are the Muppet Show. Like we some of the pictures
They
we take together are
they know what to
insufferable.
expect. They know
Yep,
what we do. They know what we do.
exactly. And if you want to see what we do and you want a little bit of wisdom, our Patreons get some very exclusive content every week. So if you subscribe to our Patreon, you will get Jade and Amethyst's Pearls of Wisdom. And that's just us talking unfiltered about things that are going on in our lives.
Yeah, we do a lot of bitching.
We
No, I'm
bitch a
kidding.
lot.
I'm kidding. Well, yeah, yeah. We
Like
talk
this is
about some
us being
things.
nice. Like we get real, but like you want to see us get real, pearls of wisdom.
Yeah.
So many people are saying we should start an OnlyFans where we de-drag, and I'm like, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
I don't believe we'll be doing that anytime soon. Thank you
No.
for the
Thank you for
suggestion.
your support. Go join the Patreon. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody out there who's watching. Make sure you go ahead and hit that share button, share the love, share the live, get us out there, because we look too good not to share it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nasty. Frozen and nasty.
Frozen and nasty.
Pretty much describes our aesthetic altogether, doesn't it? Frozen and nasty, just bitter as hell.
Bitter as hell.
Bitter, baby. I'm okay with it. Baby, I'm okay
Right?
with it. I'm okay with it.
Self-realization is a wonderful thing.
And you can, if you're one of our Patreon subscribers, you will see us talk about self-love and self-care and self-awareness.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I have a very fun topic for tonight, but we'll save that for later.
I love that.
Are you ready for her?
It's Britney Batch.
It's Britney, bitch.
Do you
All right,
want a hot
everybody.
body? Would you like Bugatti?
Girl, introduce her.
I'm sorry, I can't stand it. Oh, everybody out there, we are very happy to have her here with us tonight on Inside the Drag Closet. She is an incredible, incredible Britney Spears impersonator. We are so happy to have her here with us, or should I say, we're very lucky because she's a star, and we're not going to cry, cry, cry. So, oops, I did it again. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Siren Kelly.
Hello, guys. What a
Look,
fucking entrance that was. I've
do
been
the
cracking
thing,
up
girl.
backstage.
Right? I want to know how long she rehearsed that.
I literally just made that up.
Damn, that mine is quick, honey.
Baby. Give us the
Right.
1-2. Give us the Britney.
Clack.
There it is.
You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it. Bop, bop. Get that 8 count in.
I
You
love
know
you. Thank
where
you so
it
much.
just dawned on me. That dance move is very popular right now.
Oh.
Abracadabra.
Oh, yes.
See, we've all seen
Yes.
it.
I did peep that and I was like, long live. Long live
Right.
the heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Siren, why don't you give everybody at home a little who, what, where about you?
My gosh. So my name is Siren Kelly. I am 28 years old. I'm actually from the Western Maryland area, like Hagerstown area. I have been doing drag for about, oh my gosh, about 10, 11 years now on stage. I used to do drag as a teenager. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. What I'm wearing, honestly, I look like I should be tuning into this live right now because all I have on right now is just this cute little simplistic sweater, a little bit of jewelry, and then she got the sweats on because, listen, it is my only night off for the week. So I was like, you're going to get comfy and cozy, Britney. You're going to get cozy knee Spears.
Yes.
So where you can find me, so I typically try to make it as simple as possible. So Facebook is Siren Kelly, SIREN KELLY. And then my Instagram is Siren Kelly Official. No spaces, no periods, no slashes, no dashes. It is all one word. So please go over and give me a good like, a good follow. I always put up my show dates and everything. I promote. I try to post new outfits with the same hair, but you know, this is my real hair, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And yes, please come on over, give me a like, give me a follow. Please continue to join us tonight. I think we're going to have an amazing fucking time tonight. I'm ready to be with the girls. They are cute friends of mine. I've had the pleasure of performing with them. I'm not sure if I got to perform with you yet, Jade. If we had, it probably was a very long time.
It was like pre-COVID ages ago.
See, that's why
Remember
my mind has been scrambled since COVID. So
Baby.
it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Right. We chatted at what was the Karma's grand opening party,
Yes.
and I think you said it's nice to meet you, and I was like, we've worked together.
And you know what? I'm going to tell everybody, the masses out here, right now, I will do that to you, to your face. I would do that to not only drag entertainers, I will do that to the clients in my chair at the salon. I'm like, it's nice to meet you.
How are you?
Like, oh, nice to have you again.
And that's how she got on the show.
Okay.
Right. She's been on the show twice. She just doesn't remember.
age, memory loss, the key to happiness.
Gorge.
Memory loss is the key to happiness. Shut up.
I think you're onto something there.
Listen, honey, I've been woke. I just go with it.
Amen, baby.
Right.
Amen.
So if anybody has any questions out there, go ahead and type them into the chat. Just be warned, we will answer your questions.
We'll
Yes,
answer
girl.
them.
Yes, girl. Honestly, I'm ready.
So I have a question to start.
Absolutely.
Why Britney?
Oh my God, I love this question. So honestly, as a small child, as early, I would say like probably 4 or 5 years old. At the time, I had a cousin, still alive, just not, she was by marriage, but she would babysit me. And so at the time, she was like 16, 17. And then of course, when baby babysat, she would blast music up on the stereo, and you know, she was a big fan of Britney. So that was like my first recollection of her. And just something about her just really caught my eye. And so up until now, I've always really enjoyed the essence of Britney. I think one of the key points that I always try to like tell people, because you know, especially with how and where she is today, a lot of people are truly like, why Britney? Why do you like Britney so much? And I'm like, she is truly like America's sweetheart. I think she really chased for her dreams, and she became such a global internet sensation, not even internet, a global superstar. And but at the end of the day, you know, when you watch back on interviews, when you watch back like just like live clips of her essence, her and her responses, and the way she cares about people is very beautiful to me. I love that even though she became so popular and so famous, she never lost touch of how down to earth she is, and how humbling that everything makes her. And no matter what she has all gone through, she really tries to stay positive, and she really just tries to do her own thing. And I find that so inspirational. But not only that, but like, she was such a hard worker, and when you look back at like all the videos of her like dancing, doing music videos, or doing live shows, like you could tell like the passion and the fire was always there. Though she was not like America's singer, she was like America's performer, and I'm always one for a good performance, and she was never one to skip a beat, and I just find that so thrilling. And when I got into drag, I actually did not start being a Britney impersonator until like a year and a half, 2 in. I was kind of just doing my own thing. Like, I think my first ever performance was like Miley Cyrus. But then I did one Britney number like a year and a half later, and I put on a blonde wig with dark roots on it, you know, that good old like 4, 6, 13. And someone was like, wow, you kind of like, I have the essence of Britney, like you should try Britney. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, because I've always loved this woman. Like, I would be like, I was the kid that put a towel on my head and put it as a ponytail and jumped on my bed to Britney. I would always like cut my shoes up to like make them look sexy and like crop tops and stuff like that. So I always did that. And so when I found out, I was like, oh my God, like I can kind of do Britney. And so ever since then, I always was doing Britney here, Britney there, and just kind of leveled it up, try to evolve it as much as possible. And then here I am today, you know, still doing Britney, and I love every minute of it. I love being able to study the choreography, the mannerisms, the hair, the costumes. I find a lot of respect and a lot of discipline inside of it. And I think that's what I like to see in my life. And so what is a good way for me personally to channel that and to harness that, then to put it into something that I'm very passionate about.
That actually leads to our first question of the evening very well. The beautiful Regina Holiday would like to know, what is the hardest part about being a celebrity impersonator?
My gosh, I think there's a couple of different answers when it comes to that. I think one of the first ones that pop into my mind is I'm not the only impersonator. And I have a lot of respect for impersonators in general, because we all go through the same curriculum of channeling somebody else that is a completely different person. And not only that, but that completely different person is their stage persona. They are not who they are on stage when they're off. They are, but you know what I mean? Like you have to put some level of character that you don't apply to like your day-to-day life. I find that a lot of people, no matter who you impersonate though, they will always compare you. They will always be like, you know, this one does it better. You, or like you do better than them. And what I find frustrating about that is what I find beautiful in it. What I find frustrating is being compared because we're all very different in the best of ways. I find that we are all different in our impersonations based on like looks, hair, how we do. At the end of the day, we kind of want to bring the essence in. That I think would be like my main thing because then people will discover you and then they're just like, well, you kind of look like her, but this one looks way more like her. Or like, they show her body, you don't. And you know what, y'all, I'm a fucking man. I don't know if you knew that, but like people will comment on my body because I'm not a petite scale. Like I'm short and I am like, I guess a smaller scale for a man, but people will just be like, you got man shoulders. Oh, like I had a comment on TikTok once. It was like, oh, Britney went through the drive-thru too many times. And I was like, bitch, I am a man in a wig. Like I don't have the small shoulders and the super tight skinny stomach. I
Right.
work what I got. I work hard for what I got. And I think that would be like the most challenging thing in terms of being an impersonator, is to be compared to others and make people making you feel like you have to do better when it's like just go with the flow with it. Like you love what you do, perfect it to the extent that you want it to, but at the end of the day, if you're going to do it, do it.
I think that
Yeah.
was like I was gonna tie myself and Amethyst into this one as well because I don't label myself as an impersonator, but I love this look. I've always enjoyed Madonna. I've done a couple Madonna looks. My favorite was doing Ray of Light, which I pound a Red Bull and do laps around the performance area. Thank you, Family Guy. But like I keep on doing the who do I look like? I don't really look like any celebrity that I can think of.
Right.
And I think part of it does come from having masculine genetics. You know, I'm like, who could I do? I'm actually working on one right now. It's a Patti LuPone. I'm doing Lilia Calderou from Agatha All Along.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
And I'm doing it to Gaga's Abracadabra.
Stop it. That is
That's
so
good. That's good. I like that.
I want to
I
mix
like that a lot.
Abracadabra and Down the Witch's Road, but I just haven't quite gotten it yet. But
You'll
I
get
think
it.
that would be fantastic. And I agree with you on, you know, who do I look like? Because I try to sculpt my face with more softer, almondy eyes, feminine features. But I realize that I don't look 100% like Britney. It's really the makeup that really does a lot of the talking. Like with the other impersonators, there are two on the top of my head that are biological women who do have that natural set face of like the beautiful, just like sleepy almond eyes and like the flat forehead with that nice, like exactly kind of like the natural nose that I have to contour on. And so it's just like I gotta work a little bit harder there, but I don't expect myself to 100% look like Britney. Because if I 100% try to do what Britney did, I would not be looking like Britney. So it's like Siren looking like Britney.
Right. I agree with that
that's
100%.
that's one thing a lot of my female-bodied friends are always like, I just want to contour and I want to look shape. I'm like, most of you naturally have the contours. Like you're trying to emulate drag, but then you're overdoing it and you look cartoonish. And not that there's anything wrong with cartoonish. Hello, look at my drag. But like it's all smoke and mirrors sometimes.
Absolutely. There's a balance.
Yeah.
There's a balance. So I get a lot of women that are just like teaching me how to do makeup. I'm like, I literally wear 10 more pounds worth of makeup versus you. And
Right.
these are not even my eyebrows. So I gotta like literally alter my face to put that face on.
Mhm.
Yep. How many natural eyebrows are on this screen right now?
Is any real eyebrows in the room with us?
No, thank you. They were not invited.
The call is not
Imposters.
at that house.
Imposters, all of you.
We are getting some really good questions coming in too. Penny Lewis Smith, I do want to thank you for this. Jade, I personally think you could do Lady Gaga and or Cher very easily. You're very beautiful. Thank you. I actually did Gaga 2 weeks ago, and I threw it together. I was like, I'm obsessed with this video. Put it on. Put stuff that's
Put
close.
it all on.
I would
Right.
like to see a Dream Divas show. Like, I want to see everybody like point out their favorite and best impersonation and just freaking hitting it. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to like bring a Vegas residency show like to a singular location. Like, I think people would live for it.
Absolutely.
I love like
Mhm.
it was so much fun.
Absolutely.
I did an impersonation show once, and I did not know it was an impersonation show going into it.
How'd that work out?
That was fun. I did Madonna, I did Elsa, and I did Minnie Mouse because I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Were you Elsa as Minnie Mouse?
No. But like they booked me in the show, and then the poster went up and it was celebrity impersonation. I was like, what? Okay, sure, we'll figure that out.
Okay. I cannot. Listen, I gotta cosplay. I gotta perform as have you guys watched the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. There's a tweet that went on through season 2, I think, and they were like the privileged little twink, and I was like, samesies. Samesies. Let me impersonate that for a hot second.
How about it? How
Especially when I
about
take off
it?
all this makeup, I'm like, I look like a 14-year-old boy.
See,
We have got 6 really good questions all lined up. This one I kind of want all of us to answer, but we'll start with Siren on this one. What is your favorite song of Britney's to perform?
Oh gosh. It's always tough because it depends on my mood. And it's so funny because my moods range from do I really just want to fucking hit it? Or do I just want to feel very relaxed when I perform? And when I want to hit it, it's like Slave for You. It's Oops, I Did It Again. It's Me Against the Music. If I'm feeling chill, it's current Britney, Work Bitch. It's like Perfume. It's like a Hold It Against Me. Very just like more subtle, but giving you more like that little like hairography and there's like that little like stiffness to it. But I think the one I would find myself do the most of is either Oops or Slave because I do like to come out with high energy and I really enjoy emulating a lot of the choreography and trying to, if not replicate outfits, find outfits that emulate the song. So I would say my favorite personally, I guess out of 2 would be Slave for You. It's hot. I love it.
Nice. Amethyst, what's your
awesome.
favorite Britney Spears to perform?
My, believe it or not, I actually have performed a couple. Um, my favorite Britney Spears song to perform is probably Lucky. Simply because I mean it was once the music started, everybody's just like, oh my God, I love this song. And I honestly can relate to it a lot, doing that. I do drag, full time, and there's that expectation to be somebody in the spotlight, and then behind doors, there's a world that people don't know or understand or even get. So yeah, Lucky is definitely my favorite Britney song to perform.
Nice.
That's a good one. What's yours, Jade?
Stronger.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I have, when Stronger came out, there was that every person had that CD that was Stronger and this mix of it and this mix of it and this mix of it. There was a mix of Stronger. Yep. I performed it at Risque Cabaret, which was a dragon burlesque fusion show, and I did it as a vampire who feasted on someone during the number.
Ew, nasty.
It was dark. It was fun, but I was like, hey, I feasted. I'm stronger.
I'm
John
down
Wick
for it.
one. That's a powerhouse song to me. I'm like, ooh.
It's so good. The
Mhm.
next question. Trixie, I love when you throw questions out like this. Trixie DeFlair wants to know, what is your favorite drag trend and least favorite drag trend?
We could do the rest of the show with that.
Right.
Favorite
Oh,
drag trend and favorite and least favorite drag trend.
My
Okay.
favorite is queens who are getting more vintage and unapologetic about it.
hmm hmm
They're like, I'm going to make the choices that I enjoy.
I love that. I love that.
Favorite drag trend.
With this, you go, because I'm trying to think.
I know. I'm like, my favorite drag trend. Ah, that's tough.
It's a good one.
I
My
feel like
least
my
favorite. I
least
don't
favorite
know. Right. I think
Least
that
is
might be
easy.
favorite
easier.
drag trend to start off would be, it's not so much something physical, it's more of a mental state, I guess. It's when you read the girls, when it's like when you read the girls when you can't read the room. Like if you're being shady for no reason or you're just dropping like random fucking shit, I have no part in that. You'll notice that I don't really do that. I mean, I take it because I come from a drag family that really like can dish it and to throw it. But I think it's the ones that are like they have a whole different personality when they're in a persona.
Yeah.
And when they're that's when like that quote unquote diva persona kicks in. And then like they throw like those shady comments or like very egotistical. That's a drag trend that I don't personally like.
Yeah. Least favorite drag trend is probably the lack of artistry below the neck.
Ooh.
There's a lot of that going around, and yeah, the lack of artistry from the neck down. There's a lot of laziness going on from the neck down, whether that be breast forms or lack thereof, whether it be hip forms or lack thereof, whether whether it's not wearing nails. There are some stunning queens out there right here, and everything else they look like a burnt match. You know what I mean? Like,
And it does not count with this podcast, too, by the way.
Right.
It does not
right,
count for this.
right, right. Because from the tits down, don't clock me,
You'll be
girl.
seeing
Look,
that.
not tonight. But yeah, I think my least favorite trend is a lot of the laziness that is being broadcasted and awarded, on a certain TV show. So,
Mhm.
I'm here for the art. For me, drag is embodying feminism and the curves and the sexiness and all that women are. It's like a characterization of the female form. So, when I see so much beauty in the face and then nothing everywhere else, I'm like, you're just half-assing it for me. So I think that's my least favorite trend is the laziness from the neck down. My favorite trend, I don't know if it's a trend, but maybe it's something that needs to be started or encouraged more often, is other queens supporting other queens. Let's start that trend. How about that? How about we, share each other's flyers, even if you're not in the show? Give a thumbs up, a congratulation comment on posts when one of our community starts a new show somewhere or gets a new venue and gets a new gig and new possibilities for all of us to work. Why don't we start that trend? That would be my favorite trend, is supporting each other in 2025.
I
I love
love
that.
that.
I
Not
think
everybody will understand that, and not everybody will deserve it either. But
you see it. You see it. I
we're
agree.
gonna call
I agree.
we're calling spades spades this year.
I feel like it has been very lackluster in that department with a lot of the community in itself. Because I noticed that a lot of people who are considered in like more of like the straight-ish community are more endearing for us than our own community. I'll see people who are like them straight white girls. They are going fucking nuts for us, and then you see the gay Tom over here like, and I'm like,
Trixie Valentine just posted a Facebook post about that, and she was like, You know, the rudest people in drag audiences now are middle-aged gay men who think they can do it
Amen.
better.
Yeah.
Who have never
Hey,
done drag a day in their lives,
Yep.
none.
mind you.
They were
I
Ariel and the Little Mermaid one year for Halloween, and they said, you know what? I want drag.
I I was doing a gig and this entitled man walked back to the dressing room and was like, "Ma'am, you're in sweatpants. That is not drag." And I'm like, "Sir, are you the show director? She did a number from Euphoria. She was doing an impersonation. Get out."
Do you
And then he
work
was
here?
nasty the rest of the show, so I grabbed the microphone and had security escort him out.
Yeah, as you
And
should.
that's the power of Pine Sol, bitch.
Period. I
These
think,
questions are coming in. We got 9 more questions already. This is amazing.
God, I love that.
This will be a quick one. This is from Hidden in Plain Sight, incredible
Hi,
drag
baby.
artist. You said you love every minute of it. Now I have the unrelated song Lovin' Every Minute of It. Have you ever tried doing drag to that song?
I have the unrelated song.
Personally, I
Loving
have
every minute
not.
of it.
I'm always
Loving
down
every
to try
minute of
something
it.
new.
I'm not familiar
Hayden
with it.
gets these good like ideas and I love them.
Send it to us in the chat
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you can. Send us a link to the song in the chat.
Ooh, Chanel got a really good one here. She would like to know, do you do something every time before a performance? My cousin always does a speech in her head, telling himself how beautiful, kind, and rocking the super heels. Later, she corrected it was supposed to be high heels, not healing people. He is young, but getting better and better. I don't. I just go out there and do it.
It just depends. If I feel like I'm doing something new and it involves like choreography, I kind of like play it back in my head and kind of just like do like small strokes of the choreography. That way, I'm kind of like getting like the idea of what I have to do. But typically, I don't. I kind of just stand there and get butterflies because I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to go out here. Like, let me go do this.
Mhm. Guess what, everybody? Ava Rage just popped in.
Hi, baby.
I just saw it on my phone. I was like, yes, bitch. Talk about an up and coming fabulous individual.
Honey,
Um, you know Ava, right?
I
Siren?
love me some Miss Ava.
Like
She
she
literally
deserves all the
like
flowers.
half hour from me, and I adore her. She is a phenomenal performer, very
Yeah.
upcoming so quickly. She's already
Yep.
established Front Royal Pride by herself,
Yes.
brava, with the help of the wonderful Front Royal Pride team.
Yes.
She has been very successful, and I'm so excited and very fortunate to be able to work with her so much.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Hayden has another one here, and this is a really good one. I love this question because this ties into something we already talked about. You mentioned your shoulders as a challenging feature. What techniques, if any, do you use to minimize those features when in drag? Bigger hip pads.
Shoulder pads actually make them bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like to wear, if I feel like things that distract from the shoulders, because sometimes if I'm wearing something that's like strapless or has just like a tank top feel, I like to wear gloves that go right up to my fucking shoulders, but it's the kind of gloves that ruffle and they're thick because the more mass around it minimizes the shoulders. Or I like to wear long sleeves. I like to kind of just to like minimize the area. And then plus with my hair, I stack hair inside of my hair. That way it fills in so it's not flat and it doesn't feel so flat and my shoulders feel so broad. So it's the art of illusion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about proportions. That's the best thing about drag is we can alter our sizes everywhere. I'm 6'3", without heels on. So, my hips and my body padding is a little bigger, my chest is a little bigger. And I'm not afraid of a shoulder pad. Hun, I love me a shoulder pad. You can't tell me nothing in a shoulder pad. So yes,
Shoulder pads are
shoulder
empowering.
pads.
Right.
Right. Right.
And, even back in the Elizabethan era, the clothing of the time was designed, women would have a super cinched waist, but this bum roll, and that was to make your waist look smaller and your booty look bigger because
Yeah.
that was the proportion. Also, flat chests were in. So if you had big boobs, that was not thought of as attractive, unlike now.
Rude.
Okay.
I'm starting my OnlyFans. Uh, Robin's got a hard hitting question here. We are like
Oh.
levitating right at 9 questions. Every time we answer one, another one pops up. This is awesome.
Bring it. It's Britney, bitch.
What piece of advice would you like to give to your younger self?
Ooh, that's always such a good question. I would say, honestly, really just keep going. Stop thinking or listening to what others think they have to say about your drag persona, because only you can determine how you want to see yourself. Because I remember starting, people just telling you, oh, wear a 301 lash, you need more color, wear plum brown, open your eyes up more. If you're not wearing, like, my drag, I personally love to accentuate. I love jewelry, I love nails, earrings, stuff like that. But when it's criticized to me, it's different than whenever someone's like, hey, would you like some advice? Maybe something, if you're looking for a little something, if you feel like you're missing something, one thing towards another. But I would say stop listening to people, keep doing what you're doing. You have that vision, but it takes time to perfect it and to evolve that vision to fruition.
It does.
And that's true with everything. You know, take your time. It's not a race.
Yes, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. I've been told that a lot lately. Hayden has a great idea. This is less of a question, more of a suggestion, but I want to see the wheels turn on this one. This is for Siren. Have you ever considered performing a young Lonnie Anderson, Dolly Parton, or Pamela Anderson?
I've actually had Dolly on my mind lately, and I feel like it would be a lot of fun simply because even like, you know, us Goyles, you know, when we pick songs, depending on where we're at, the demographic, where I'm primarily living, there's a lot more seasoned homosexuals who do love more like in the era of Cher and Madonna and Dolly Parton. And I feel like, you know, there is a couple people who do Dolly out here already. However, I feel like the spectrum is very wide, and I feel like Dolly would be something for me very fresh, but still familiar. You know, she's blonde. She loves to wear makeup. She's sparkly, and she has bopping fucking music. So, and her hair is always so good. Like Dolly's hair has always been a cute staple for me. I'm like, it is perfectly teased. It's perfectly layered. She still has length. Beautiful. Pamela, absolutely. I would love to do Pamela Anderson. But then I'm like, now I got to have the cogs turning. Like, what can I do? What can I perform as Pamela Anderson and someone's going to get it? But then in my head, I'm like, the number one thing I have to put in a Pam Anderson mix is Scary Movie 3 at the very beginning when she's watching the TV and they had that whole entire funny sequence. But I'm like, I need a duo for that because I have to bounce off of them. But I feel like that would be so much fun. Lonnie Anderson, I would like to look more into and do my research. And then possibly, I would always like, starting recently, I'm trying to do more different things. Britney is the bread and butter. You'll always kind of see her, but I want to see where I can put myself. So like those 3 suggestions are like beautiful and definitely still under consideration.
I can see you doing Pamela Anderson in Barbed Wire.
Ah, yes.
That version of Pam Anderson.
So good.
I could see you get yourself a breastplate and just do the Baywatch theme. Not lip sync a word, just
industrial fan right in front of me. that little treadmill that you just put it whenever you're at your job, you're sitting down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put it there and just run right there, and that's it on a loop.
Daniel Jackson just said if he ever did nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? Deciding the celebrity I could pull off would be Ariana Grande if she was plus size, so I would be Ariana Trente.
Period. I love a good
Get out
name that can like roll into a pun. It's so good.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I want to do a huge shout out to Pamela Anderson because lately she has been walking red carpets, not a stitch of makeup. She's like, this is who I actually am.
So bless her soul. Baby, that's brave.
I love her. And her skin looks amazing.
Yeah. I saw videos of her in Chicago and people were like, ew, she's going to play Roxy. Watching the videos, I'm like, she's a really good actor.
Yes.
She just has boobs. Like,
she has boobs.
Oh my
Just because
God, because she has
guys
big
we
boobs,
can't
she's
do
not
anything.
allowed to be a good actor. No, that's not how it works. Ooh, this is one of these dishy questions from MotherHen0071 over on YouTube. How do you dolls date? How do you find love interests that are secure with themselves and don't get threatened by all the attention and admiration you all get?
Love
I've
interest.
never found that difficult, honestly. You know, I was with someone for 12 years and he never felt like he wanted to steal the spotlight. He had his spotlight. We supported each other. We're not together right now. Oh well. But yeah, I've never felt that competition.
No.
Right. I had both sides of the field. I dated somebody that was also a drag entertainer for about like a year or two. Oh my gosh, this is probably like definitely 10 years ago now, which is crazy. But that was my first experience in dating another performer. But not only that, we were very different performers. Like they were very old school style. And we didn't really have to fight about it. However, I was also on the other end where my husband was not an entertainer by all means. But I was very fortunate that he learned how to open his mindset with the fact of being a performer because he never was ever inside of the realm or the world of entertainment. Of course, he had lots of questions and he had a lot of opinions in the beginning because he just didn't know what the hell he stepped into. So fortunately, he opened his mind up with it. Me personally, in terms of generalizing of dating and finding somebody that would be accepting of drag, oddly enough, like I feel like it's a 50-50 for me. A lot of guys, the icebreaker is my nails. And because usually, like, drag is not a full time for me. She's a hobby. I just like to dip into her to enjoy her and to be with like minded people and to perform. But my nails are full time. I love my nails. They are very empowering to me, and plus I'm a hairdresser, so like sectioning and everything and scalp massages a godsend. And but those are one of the things that guys, when they look at me, they're like, sorry, I can't do that. You're not masculine
Sissy.
enough. And I was like, oh, I mean,
She's a
okay.
sis.
I was like, that's fine. I didn't realize that my nails had to be the icebreaker for you. But nonetheless, you'll never let it get you down. If they don't like that, then clearly they are not meant for you. Do not change
Then
yourself
they're
for
not for
anybody or
you.
anything. Keep doing
Yeah.
you. Whoever you will try to find or whoever will land in your lap will come to you. Trust. Um, it just depends. Don't be too desperate to find somebody, so don't chain yourself up. But
Exactly.
men are
Live your
weird.
life.
Exactly.
We have 45 minutes left and we are now up to 10 questions.
We're never gonna make it.
We're never going to make it through this. Um,
Never
Tatiana
gonna make
Romanova would like to know, do you find now, as far as bookings are concerned, that there tends to be a big ageism where it's harder for the more mature queens to find the venues, well, in favor of the nimble younger ladies? Sometimes, sometimes not. Um,
sometimes.
my bread and butter is the fact that I'm funny. Like I'm that ringer that can go in and I can give you funny, I can give you drama, I've been able to cry a lot lately. Um
My
we did a show
gosh.
last week and I did a wonderful mix that Amethyst did of It's All Coming Back to Me Now and WAP. And
Love.
I'm just Niagara Falls coming down my face, and when it turns into WAP, I'm still crying and people are like,
She needs a bucket and a mop.
yeah, so
Girl.
stupid. It's my favorite mix.
Yeah.
I just wish more of the age groups would get along a little bit better because sometimes I'll find more of the seasoned queens judging younger queens, but then also the younger queens judging the older queens because everybody has
Absolutely.
that mindset difference. Like more seasoned queens would prefer to see nails, jewelry, earrings, like done up hair, and like the younger queens, since Drag Race has been more mainstream, they see more of like that acceptable outlet of not putting out more. And like I said, drag is very conceptual. All drag is valid, but not all drag is good, is what we've all heard. Um, I just need everyone to get the fuck along. We are doing this because we love what we do. So like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with drag, the most important thing and the most valuable thing you can do for yourself as an entertainer is to be adaptable. You
Mhm.
know, it's I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been doing this since the late 90s. You know what I mean? Like I'll be 45 on Friday. So, but I also think that I come from an age of music that will live forever. So, like today's music is inspired by music that I grew up with. And the music I grew up with was music that my parents grew up with, my mom. So I was influenced by the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. I was born in the 80s and the 90s. So, like, that genre of music will never die. That comes from a time when music was actual music. It wasn't created or electronically enhanced or anything like that. It was raw and it was real and it came from real life experience and emotion. And I think that kind of music will live forever. So, even though I've been doing this for so long, I'm still able to do current music. I still, I keep my, I keep up with the times, you know what I mean? For lack of better word, you know what I mean? So, and I'm inspired by the younger generation, and in their makeup styles and their costume choices and the music that they do, because 9 times out of 10, the current music came from something that I've been doing for a long time. So, and a lot of my mixes are older songs mixed into the new versions of them, something for the older crowd, something for the newer crowd. It keeps me, relevant, honestly. And you have to be able to adapt as an artist.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And always give yourself that self respect of to always evolve your craft as well. Um,
Yeah.
you, like, when I say drag is conceptual, you can really do whatever you want with your drag, but I always highly advise people do not sell yourself short. Be smart with your investments, but like, don't go out there, with a plain t-shirt and a pair of jeans unless it calls for a cosplay or like an impersonation
Sure.
and stuff like that. But like if you're gonna do your character, like literally make your character like this super fucking shiny evolved Pokemon that is just like
Like,
literally out of this world. No matter
yeah,
what gender you apply to it or whatever style you apply to it, like
yeah.
I wanna see that like blown up times 1,000.
Yeah. Want to take a moment and thank some of the love that is being sent our way. A lot of compliments from a lot of people, some folks that we have all worked with. The lovely Candy Pop says, "Hi, homos."
Hello,
Says,
Candy. Mwah.
hey, sister.
That darling little lady there. Stormy Sky checking in. Hello, beautiful.
Baby. Mwah.
Thank you so much.
Giddy
Who
me.
was it? There was one
I'll
right
see
here.
you in 2 weeks, sis.
Michelle is watching this evening.
Oh, I love you, sister, so
Hello.
State,
much.
Pennsylvania,
I miss her.
right? I love seeing her at gigs because she is always so drunk. Uh,
You gonna call her
beautiful
out
and
like
drunk.
that?
I love you, Michelle. Like,
You gonna call her out just like that?
she is one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet. Like,
She is.
and that's why I feel comfortable saying
She
that.
is.
Pierce Peach McCoy. That is
Bless
such a
you.
fun name. Uh, Not really a question, but more of a suggestion for everyone is like captivated by you and like wants to see what else you can do. It's so fun. Um, are you into comedy? You make an awesome Anna Faris.
Uh, I'm trying, I promise. I want to do Cindy so bad. Like, Cindy is my favorite dumbass. Like, Cindy mixed with her character from The House Bunny. Like, yes.
Ah,
I want
Yes.
to do Amanda Seyfried as Karen from Mean Girls. Like, I'm like, yes. Like, I love me a dumb fucking blonde. And I feel like I could emulate it so perfectly. Like, I love a good gaze, a glazed donut eye, like, vacant, the lights are on, nobody's home. To me, that is
Place started I.
comedy. Because I do it naturally. So I'm like, might as well amplify it a little bit and put it into a number.
I
nice.
mean, you got that natural blonde hair, girl. you know?
Exactly.
I just gotta
Coming
go with
right
it.
out of that scalp.
That's a nice wig, by the way. That's a real nice wig, hon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
I'm
gotta admit, that's
self-sufficient,
lovely.
so made by me. So trying to like keep up with
I
it.
have I have a fun question for us, and I was thinking of this earlier when I was driving, to the grocery store to pick up what I need for dinner. Um, So this is for all three of us here. If you were to perform as a drag king, what would be the first number you would ever perform?
That is such a good fucking question.
I'll go first and allow you ladies to think. So Jade and I we did Kings one night for an episode of Inside the Drag Closet, and my stage name was Orion Stone because Amethyst Diamond, you get it. And I absolutely loved it. We had a great time as drag
So
kings.
fun.
We fell in love with ourselves. Like it was awful.
I
It
was
was
into
so
me.
bad. But if I were to perform as a drag king, the first song I would ever do is George Michael's Careless Whisper.
Oh, that. You
Careless Whisper can just take me somewhere, you know?
I think I actually did a drag king number once. Or male, I guess, drag king slash male entertainer. Quick flashback when Cobalt was open in DC, they did DC Drag Wars. And so I was on the first season and they did, I'm pretty sure it was a drag king or a male entertainer, like the opposite, like gender switching. And you had to do the opposite of whatever you currently were. And I actually did George Michael. I did like Billy Ray Cyrus, like when he had the short like hair, like the George Michael like blown out hair, like the
Yes.
biker glasses, like with his leather jacket. I did
Freedom.
Freedom. Yes, I did that as a mix. I don't think I have a fucking name though, but I would name myself. But I feel like if I were to restart, oh my god, here I am. I'm blanking. I would probably do something more on the lines of, that's such a hard question. For some reason, it's a trick question. I would say, honestly, the first thing that pops up to my head would be like a good R&B song. Like, I think Tyga would be a really good one to do. Kendrick Lamar would be a really good one to do because I love the messages that they portray. It's a lot clearer. It's a good beat. And I feel like you can really sway and go with the flow with it.
I love that. I've
Do
been
it,
racking
bitch.
my brain over this question, and it is so good.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yay.
I am right now, I am obsessed with the revival of Starlight Express over on the West End. And for anyone who doesn't know, weirdest premise for a musical. It is an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical about a kid playing with his toy trains, and the actors are the toy trains performing on roller skates.
Choo, choo.
Cute. Love that.
And
That's
while it's
adorable.
not a king number, they've made a lot of changes with the revival. Like there was a character named Greaseball who was like this Elvis like macho dude. Greaseball is now a fun-loving lesbian in the show.
Aren't we all?
True, I am a
Aren't we
fun-loving
all?
lesbian. But one of the characters in it is Electra, the electric train. I would want to be Electra. Electra now exclusively uses they them pronouns in the show.
Okay, work.
And I'm like, yeah, they do a show called ACDC, and it is just about being the future.
Yes. I love
It's
that.
sexy.
Make it happen, sis.
Right. I got the roller skates right there.
Yes. Already planned.
Make sure you get that medical insurance first, babe.
Oh, I got my insurance all ready to go.
Okay, good.
And my insurance is ready for me to go. Trixie to Flair with another good question here. Is there a song that you want to perform that you haven't? And is there a song you never want to see done again? I know my answer to the second part of that.
There's a lot of songs out there that have been done and done and done and done. But if there's an artist out there that actually puts a new spin on it and a new take, or just captivates me doing that number, so be it. But yeah, there's a handful, out there. And I am
And I'm
telling you,
telling you, it's a beautiful
Greatest
song.
Showman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is me. Don't ever want to
this
see it
is me.
again.
There's a lot of numbers out there. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. The ones, especially whenever they come out and then like within 24 hours, somebody's already performing it. Like, except for Abracadabra, like I will give it to the people who, once that came out, everybody's ate it up. Like choreography, the outfits. And I was like, okay, if we're gonna do it right after it comes out, like that's how it needs to be done. Please know your words. Like, you stop saying peanut butter mayonnaise in silence, because
Butter mayonnaise, that's a new one.
we can't be doing that. One song that I feel like I would like to perform soon, I've been eyeing this song. It's a sample from Move Your Body, like, your body, girl, beneath the fellas go. Like, it's by Kelani, and it's called After Hours. So if y'all haven't heard that yet, look it up. It is a cute bop, because you get that boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, and it's, I'm like, I love a good beat. So that's when I personally want to try to like sneak into a mix or something. But there's plenty that I kind of want to do. But that right now is on the top of my head. I'm like, okay, I actually need to put that into a mix.
So songs that we want to do that we haven't done yet. I'm kind of feeling Jade, Angel of My Dreams.
Ooh.
Cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, I've been going through Starlight Express, and I want to do the song I Am Me on roller skates, because I don't respect myself. Because I have a death wish, apparently.
Oh, stop.
That actually leads in perfectly to Penny's question here. Penny would like to know, do you choose a specific artist or a specific song that leads you to a specific artist? How does it work? Yes.
When choosing our music?
I think so.
I mean, if there's a theme, that certainly narrows it down.
Mm-hmm. I love a theme show.
Especially if it's like rock or pop or R&B or a certain decade also. But if it's just like a free for all, if it's like dealer's choice, I usually do whatever I'm feeling that week, whatever is going to put me in a good mood, whatever is something that makes me feel good, because me as an entertainer, if I don't enjoy the song I'm doing, my audience is going to know it and they're also not going to have a good time. So I do music that is nostalgic, music that causes feeling and emotion, something I'm currently experiencing, something the world is currently experiencing. So my music choice is always like I always read the room. I know based off what venue I'm performing at or what theme it is, what time of the day the show is, what my audience is going to be. And based off of those things, that's how I choose my music.
I agree.
Next.
It's about to precision for sure. It's definitely, and you always have that in your head of like, okay, do I want to make money today? Or do I just kind of want to do what I want to do? And
do I just want to get this over with?
If you can find that happy medium of the two, even better. So you always have that option, but like, yes, like I feel like a lot of people don't realize, like, if you have a specific goal in mind, like those are a lot of things you have to think about: the demographic, the time of day, where it's at, what the theme is, like it all comes together.
The age of the show, like what's the age range? That's something I find very important, because if it's a 21 and up show and all of a sudden there are kids there, I'm changing my music.
Sure.
And it's not going to match what I'm wearing.
I can't be wearing these mesh bodysuits, honey.
I will not be the one that makes it harder for the rest of us.
Absolutely. Read the room.
And I want to touch base again on just going back to like impersonation. Like, earlier, Jade, you were saying that there's not anybody you feel like you actually look like. And I honestly feel the same way. Like tonight, I feel like I'm Amethyst Diamond dressed as Janet Jackson. You know what I mean? So sure, I did some color choice differences. I did a different eye. I did a darker brow, but I don't feel like there's anybody I actually look like. And with a lot of impersonations, especially like with you, Siren, you embody Britney Spears 100%. Like, regardless of the makeup and the cosmetics, you have the hair down, you have the costumes down, you have like the choreography down. You know what I mean? So even if you don't exactly look like somebody, those other factors really bring it in for people.
Yes.
And you are petite, you are a small size. I think your body is great and perfect for Britney. I couldn't do Britney because I'm 7 foot tall. Even if I look like her, they'd be like, "That's a huge bitch." So, you do Britney extremely, extremely well. So,
Thank you.
impersonations for like Jade and I, it comes down to the costuming. I can get the costuming down, like, obviously, to a T. All of this is very Janet Jackson, but even down to the mole on my face, but I don't feel as though I look exactly like some people. And impersonation, sometimes you gotta squint a little bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta be like, yeah, I see it. or,
Yep.
or look the opposite direction for me. But it's there. So impersonation isn't just the look. It comes down to costuming, choreography, your mannerisms, how you speak, how you hold your mouth in certain ways, like with Reba, she didn't have a top lip. So, and things like that. So, impersonation isn't just looking like somebody. It's so many other things.
Yes, it really, and definitely the energy too. A lot of people love to emulate Beyonce. There's a lot of people who love to do Beyonce, and though whenever agreed, like there are people who don't look like the artist, but when it comes to, of course, the hair, the outfits, the choreography, the mannerisms, the energy, like you can look like this person straight up, but if you're very lackluster in the performance,
Yeah.
it makes me struggle because I'm like, you're doing someone that I'm expecting to see a very similar energy colliding with said person. So
Right.
like everyone that I see do Beyonce loves to do Beyonce because they are high energy. For instance, they do get like that beautiful caramel blonde that has like the deep wave in it, or the waterfall curls and everything like that. Or they'll
Yeah.
do like the single ladies unitard. They'll do like her Coachella look, like, or like now Cowboy Carter. Like it's those things like,
Right.
though if you don't look like them, bring those attributes together with the energy and like you're good. You are good. You're safe.
Exactly.
Have a good time with it.
Mhm. And play. Ava Rage has a really good comment about that. Impersonating is a 50-50 transaction. If you can find the fit, find the costume, and somehow work the makeup, you're good.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Right.
I find a personal victory that it's genetically pleasing for me is I'm actually the same height as
Yeah.
Brittany because we are both 5'4". So
I
I
was gonna
was
say
like,
5'4".
it gives me the idea of like, okay, so then if I can just mold my body with like the hip pads and everything to be hers, because luckily for Brittany too, she's not a very curvy woman. She's a very athletically built woman. But she
Right.
also has, for a woman, naturally broader shoulders. So I'm like, okay, I don't gotta do too much. I just gotta bump the hips up a little bit and call it a day. But
Same.
for her, Brittany was known for the tummy, that tight tummy with a good belly. She's in progress. But
She's
the
in
dance moves
progress.
are in full swing.
Mine too, baby. Mine too. It's a work in progress, hon. It's time
uh,
to give a damn. Let's work together. Come
Period.
on now.
We got this, honey.
Okay.
And it's funny that Brittany was very inspired by Janet too.
Yeah.
So I love that we kind of have like a cute thing going on, like Madonna shit. Like literally, you two are what Britney was very inspired by growing up. Like Madonna's
we did that on
and her
purpose.
energy, and then with Janet, like she was inspired by her dancing and her music as well. So like this is cute. Like I'm getting it, I'm seeing it, and I'm living for it.
Just gotta squint real hard, hon. Just
Yep.
gotta
Oh, they
squint
look
real
just like
hard.
them.
Look over there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Ava's
here.
got another question here. This is good.
It's here.
We've got 6 more questions and 20 minutes. Siren, I got a question. What other impersonations are you working to master other than Britney?
So Miss
Lonnie,
Ava,
Pamela.
I've been talking about this, Miss Ava, because we are trying to go see Miss Kate McRae in concert. I would like to do Tate McRae. She's up and coming. She's not new-ish, but she is definitely for this generation. And I love that she's high energy. She is flexible. Her music is bumping. That is somebody that I would like to emulate more. I would like to expand my horizons and do people that other demographics prefer, such as like Dolly Parton. I don't know if I'm much of a Reba girly. I respect the hustle. I respect the one lip wonder, but she's just someone that I prefer to watch other people do. Dolly is definitely one, like I said. Oh my gosh. I wanted to try to dabble into other genres. Like growing up, as a teenager, I was a very alternative kid. So like there is Taylor Momsen, who is more of a rock and roll chick, and she is very much more gothic and like hard rock. And so that is something that I would like to do. The only issue is like that's something it's like I would have to do because I love to do it and not so much because I want to make money, because more than likely people are not really gonna get it. But like it's definitely a realm that's more out of my reach that I'm trying to bring in. I still have others still in progress in my head. There's characters I want to do, not so much artists. So there's a little bit more of a character kind of aspect that I'm trying to channel into. So there's like people from like Mad TV, like if you guys remember Dot from with her the pigtail. Like I always wanted to do Dot.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Bridesmaids would be a good mix for me to do because I live for bridesmaids. That is something that I would like to do too, but still in the mix. My head's turning. Now that I'm settled and established in my own place, I am trying to like figure out ideas and kind of like get some things together. Miley is definitely one that I would like to do more of. I'm actually doing a show this Saturday in Charlotte, and it's a Disney Channel themed show. And I'm finally, after years of manifesting this, I'm going to be doing Hannah Montana. So I'm like, oh, like I am so stoked for this because Hannah was like my girl when Britney was kind of like banned for me as a child. So Hannah was the one that had to really take the place for a hot minute. So I was like, ooh, this is a character that like I'm going to just want to eat up so much. But works in progress. Those are a couple that I want to do, but I'm excited. I cannot wait to really show it to the world and see how it first. And Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter is for the girlies.
That's the one I was going to say, Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter would be a really good one.
While you were talking, I got the image of you doing Pink.
You are the third person to tell me that this week, and I keep forgetting Pink exists, not in a bad way, but like it just doesn't cross my mind. But then when I think of her, I'm like, yeah, I love Pink. Like I think Pink would be so fun.
Yeah, you should definitely give that a whirl.
You actually answered one of the questions here. Where will you be performing next? That was easy.
My bad.
Aw.
Thank you for watching.
In Charlotte next. I will be going Friday night and Saturday morning. The closest out here, I will be at the moment, March 21st, will be in Winchester, Virginia at 50/50 Tap House.
I love it there.
Love a good drag bingo there. Oh my God, it's so much fun. I'm trying to work my way into being a little bit more local. I usually typically hit DC and Baltimore a little bit. I've been frequently trying to get into more Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Karma. I will actually be at Karma the first Friday of March. If not Karma, it's 704, right beside. With you, yes, queen.
With me, bitch.
So we are going to be performing together.
Trying to find the flyer.
My clothes. So, but follow my social media, or if you have my personal number, like text me and I will send you the flyers. But yeah, there's the first couple, and then I'm gonna just go from there.
Nice. Fantastic.
I'm trying to send you the flyer right now, Jade.
Cool. Send it in the Facebook chat.
There you go.
Just lovely comment here from Chanel. Jade and Amethyst, you two are always building everyone up, you to inspire and help. That's what we do. Like, what's the point of tearing people down?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a platform, we have a voice. So
yep. We will use our powers for good.
As you are.
Exactly.
Uploading that poster now. I actually
Thank
just
you.
did this same show this past month, First in the
That's
Berg,
right.
with
Here we
Chastity
are.
Vane and Stormy Sky, who are incredible. Oh, that cast is fun.
That cast is fucking fierce.
I'll bring the
I
lemonade,
so
Siren. Don't worry.
March 7th. I might be off that night. I might be popping in for that.
I'll bring
please.
the juice.
Okay, bring the juice, Amethyst.
Girl,
Is it that lemonade, honey, that you had the last time?
is this on?
Just,
Man.
just don't get me wine. Remember when I spilled that shit on the table? We were trying to...
Everything was fine. It worked out.
Yes, it's
It
fine.
worked out.
Vicky would like to know, what is one thing you aspire to accomplish in 2025?
Kind of just rolling with my life, finding my independence. I'm just going through a time right now in my life where I have the opportunity to do so. Finding peace and finding my tracking. Very grateful to have a steady full-time job that I'm very fortunate enough to flux and flexibilize, making my dictionary words, to be able to do this, because it's also what I love. I get to make money off of it and get to expose myself to a lot of things in the world. So it's definitely just like finding my recenter, my peace, and finding more connections and just a good vibe. You know, every time I go to a show or everywhere I go, I'm always telling myself I'm a good vibe. I'm here for a good time. Like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we will keep it consistent.
I like this question here too about First in the Berg. That's your dad's birthday. Should he go?
If you want to, yeah, absolutely.
I'm a wonderful
Harrisburg,
birthday
though.
present, Dad. Really.
Harrisburg,
I'm a
though.
wonderful birthday present.
And she's a cute tiny bar, so that way it's not too overwhelming. But then, you know,
That's right.
we can pop over to the other one too. You know, we can go back and forth. It's fine. It's fine.
You know we're going to.
Yes,
You know we're gonna.
So
Get there
we're going
early
to. Yeah.
because as soon as Drag Race is over, everybody comes over for the show. So make sure you get in there and get a seat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For serve.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh, Trixie DeFlair with
What's she
another
do now?
question that's going to make us think.
Ah, shit.
And we got 13 minutes for these. We got 4 more questions. You're running late for a show and you have to do your face in minutes. How fast can you do your face? Mine's 18 minutes. I've done a 20-minute before.
I'm about a 25-minute if I have to, and you can guarantee I'll be pissed off the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like 20 minutes would be mine. It's been a hot minute since I had to really rush like that. But like honestly, worst case scenario, I'm putting just a fucking lash on and some lipstick. You're
right. Right.
That is what you will get, worst case scenario, and putting this bitch back on, and you're just gonna get a lot of hairography. You're not even gonna see my face. Fucking like shake that shit. Literally
a lot of this.
hand movements, up, down, and around.
A lot of that, yeah.
And kind of tied into that question, Robin would like to know, what is the first thing in the suitcase when getting ready for a gig?
Tights and
Shoes.
pants.
Body.
I've left it in the car before, and it was not fun.
Yes. Yes.
And I had
just because of how I
it myself, which I never do.
Yeah. Just because of how I pack my shoes go in first.
Mine's always body and makeup. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my body and makeup are good. Actually, lately I've been getting ready at home more often. But yeah. I've also been doing a lot of shows in Harrisburg where it's like a 2-minute drive for me.
Isn't that nice?
It's lovely. I love it.
That's nice.
When it's an out-of-town gig, I like to try to get ready at the gig with the girls. But like, if it's like 20 minutes away, I'm like, I'll just see y'all there.
Absolutely. Show up looking sickening.
Yep.
Like, why is no one ready?
I will show up with this in my tracksuit.
Yes. I have
Absolutely.
a tracksuit. I have no idea where it is now. I'm so mad about it. It's pink velour.
See,
As
mine's
it should
blue,
be.
and I love her. She makes me feel like Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yep.
She's my favorite.
All right. Two more
I love her.
questions. And they're both from Chanel. This is fantastic. Chanel would like to know, or Chanel says, I have Skittle moments and screw up lines when lip syncing. Does that ever happen to you?
All the time, honey. All
Yep.
the time.
Does
All the
whether it
time.
whether it's the lyrics or the beat. Because sometimes when you get a mix or a certain version of said song, they'll probably like prolong it to give a little bit more intensity. And sometimes I'll try to go for it, and it's still the beat. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, let it
Oh,
roll,
yeah.
and then lines get flip flop. And I'm like,
All the time. All the
I've been
time.
trying to push myself to do a lot more new stuff this year. And every once in a while, I'm like, how does it start?
I think my
Yeah.
biggest challenge, because when I like to do choreography, and if it's a big 8 count, trying to lip sync and dance at the same time, because I'm focused on trying to hit the beat, but then I'm like, you're too focused. Fucking talk, say something,
Right.
like lip sync, please.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the last question of the evening.
Uh-oh.
What is your favorite Janet Jackson song?
Hell.
Never heard of her.
Oh God, my favorite Janet song?
Mhm.
Oh, that's really hard. That's not fair. Chanel,
Mine's
that's
If.
really. Oh, shut up. Obviously, If again is another good one. Rhythm Nation clearly is another. Oh, stop. My favorite Janet song, Boo You. I can't stand this question. Oh,
How about
there's
you,
too
Siren?
many.
I would say again, honestly, I need to get more into Janet to appreciate her a little bit more. But again, it was a really good one. I can't touch too much on her until like I really dive into her.
That's fair.
Yeah, like there's so many. Like anything she released in the 80s, anything. Yep, all of them. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, all of them. A bop.
all of them. All of them.
Aw.
That's the way love goes. What have you done for me lately? Pleasure Principle. Shut up, Chanel. Stop. I'm done.
I just want to
No
comment
fair.
on this because there is something really beautiful going on in the chat right now, and it makes me so happy to see this. Well, Dad is very proud of you. You are the best. It has been fun watching you ladies. Hopefully, Siren's stepmom and myself can meet you two ladies sometime. That's
March
amazing.
7th. March 7th. It's gonna be us.
I fucking
I
love that.
can't wait to meet you.
Hmm.
He's a big supporter, and he will do anything for myself and my brother, because my brother is also a homosexual, so might as well be sisters at this point.
Good job, Dad.
But I have some pretty fucking awesome parents and bonus parents in the
Thank you for that.
world, so I
That's
can't
amazing.
wait for him to come out and to see it again. He came to one of my first shows was with him. There was probably like 8 years ago, and it was out of the blue. He was in the same location, and we didn't know it. And he was like, "What are you up to?" I was like, "I'm at a show here." And he's like, "Where at?" Like specifically, and I was like, "Well, here." He's like, "I'm literally around the corner. Like, can I come watch?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he came right to the bar and just
Wow.
watched his very first drag show with me in it, and it was a really
Wow.
cool moment. So thank you, Dad, for always
So
supporting me.
good. I
So
love that.
can't wait to see you. I love you lots.
Mm,
I think it's very uplifting. Like all three of us come from very supportive families, which is amazing.
yeah.
They get what they get who we are, they get what we do, they
Absolutely.
embrace us, and I wish all families were like that because some
Absolutely.
I
people
My
have
don't
dad
have that.
made me go through that love for Britney, and he's always understood it. And if he never did, he always had a question, and he was always has an ear to listen, no matter what it is. And that's why I am so comfortable with my family. And no matter what I do, they're always there.
They are a
They're a
handful.
handful. I love that. They're a handful. I love that.
Aw.
I'll have to find this picture for another show, but I have a picture of my mom helping me put my pantyhose on for my very first performance. And that was in Washington, D.C. in probably 1999. So yeah, like having that support, like I don't even know if they realize how much of an impact that support is for us. So yeah, kudos to all the supporters and all the parents and the allies out there. We love you.
I think my grandmother had the picture. It was me doing my makeup in my bathroom at her house with my little sister, and she's like maybe 8 years old watching me do my makeup, just sitting up on the toilet so she can like reach over the sink and watch.
I love
Aw.
that. It's
Yep. And now she brings
actually
presents for Amethyst at my housewarming parties.
She sure does, and she has the best presents, a baby.
Presents they had to partake of outside. Uh,
It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's
right. We've got about 5 minutes left. Is there, you know what we didn't ask? What is our favorite Madonna song?
You're right. And that is also really not fair because I am a huge, huge Madonna fanatic. Um,
Mhm.
and actually, that's not hard for me. Bedtime Stories is my favorite Madonna song.
Nice.
Yeah,
one. I really like,
Bedtime Stories.
of course, obviously Vogue, because Vogue was like I think one of the big ones that my
Absolutely.
mind kind of captured at a young age. That was kind of like at that point where I was like starting to recognize and understand artists instead of it just being music. I was actually like starting to figure out like who these people were and what they stood for. I think Vogue, in terms of anything, was like one of like the main catalyst of me being like, okay, like there were people before Britney. Like these are the people that inspired her and for the masses and everything like that. But I do love, like you said, a Bonito. Like that one is a really good one.
Mhm.
And
Anything
Frozen
from
is
the
your
Ray of
favorite?
Light album?
Oh, Frozen's so good.
Yes, the Ray of Light album, absolutely.
I used to go to sleep to that album. Like,
What is the one song? Nothing Really Matters. That's
mhm.
another good one. Jump. So many. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's also not fair.
Yeah,
You want an album that is so good from Madonna, but people don't talk about it much anymore? The Dick Tracy album,
Going bananas.
Going Bananas.
That is, she was Breathless Mahoney in the Dick Tracy movie back in the 90s, like 91, I think
Yeah.
that was. Yeah. Yeah, I have every Madonna album ever released, all the B-sides, all the everything. I'm a huge Madonna fan. I
I want
guess I should have
everybody to
dressed like
take a look at
Madonna.
this.
Yeah, I found the picture. So that is my mom helping a 19-year-old soon to be discovered amethyst diamond put my pantyhose on backstage at the Washington Academy of Arts in Washington, D.C. in 1999. So
that is
That's
it's
so
her
cool.
fault.
amazing.
I
Isn't
love.
that cool? So yeah,
It's
that's a
nice to be
wonderful
able to
birthday present.
capture those core memories too, and be able to
Yeah,
hold it for you forever.
absolutely. Absolutely.
We have just a few minutes left. We did get one last question, and I actually think
Oh,
it's a
cool.
very important question for us to answer. Once again, from MotherHen0071, what do you dolls do and recommend as far as safety? We don't live in the safest world, especially these days. Do you have a Vin Diesel type that can protect you at any time? Do you carry pepper spray? I'm a trained fighter, so.
Period. I am working on getting a small firearms for myself and to train as well, but I do have pepper spray. Um, and then I once I walk into an establishment, I am an observer. I find every exit. I make sure that I got shoes on that I can fucking run in. I have mastered de-dragging so fiercely that I will hop the fuck out before you even finish a song, and I'm gone.
Teach me your ways, Obi-Wan. Teach me your ways. Yeah, I
The
think
sad
as
thing
far as
is,
safety, it's important to read the room and to be aware of your surroundings. I don't carry any kind of weapons or anything like that because outside of drag, I am Vin Diesel. So you know what I mean? You want some, come get some. That's all I gotta say. But I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of the people who I surround myself with. You know, so I also don't I won't live in fear. That's another thing I'm not going to do. So, but I am aware, and that's the best piece of advice I can give on that question is just to be aware. You don't have to be afraid of your every move and your existence, but just know it's out there. So as long as you're aware, you're good to go and surround yourself with like-minded people.
Absolutely. And I believe the art of my drag at least confuses people first, so it gives me enough time to hop and skip and jump out. So
Right.
Well, ladies, we have reached the end of the evening. I want to give everybody a chance to say goodnight to our viewers, starting with Amethyst Diamond.
What a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. It is day 1 of Pisces season. My birthday is Friday. If you would like to purchase any of my merch, whether it be one of these, or or one of these, look, times are hard and my electric bill needs paid. I love you so very much. Thank you so much for reaching out. This was a great opportunity to revive this look tonight. Thank you so much to our special guest, Siren Kelly, for joining us here tonight. So glad we could get you back on the show. So glad that we are working together March 7th, and so glad your family is going to come support us. My sister Jade, I love you so much. Thank you for representing my fabulous sister and my favorite artist of all time, Miss Madonna. It's so good to have you with us. Please take care of each other and check in on your friends. Mental healthness is a real thing. So clearly, so please check in on me, check in on Jade, check in on Siren, check in on all of us because we need you out there. Keep supporting local drag. All of you allies out there, we love you and we need you and we support you. So we will see you again in a couple weeks. And thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. Take care and we'll see you next time.
Siren, anything to add for the viewers at home?
absolutely. First and foremost, honestly, thank you ladies so much for having me on. It truly is a privilege to be able to share my platform with such two amazing people. And I feel very fortunate enough to be able to do what I can do and what I love to do. Not a lot of people are confident to be able to say that. And I am always someone who advocates to do whatever the fuck you want to do what makes you happy. And I always thank the people who support me in my journey, as well as my decisions and like how I want to portray the journey. Please, everybody, stay safe. Please just wake up every day with a smile on your face. Never forget that you are a human being. Love yourself. Make choices to better yourself in every single way, mentally, emotionally, physically. Tomorrow is always a new day. However, it's never promised. So please always live it like it's your last. And always have good in your heart because there's always someone out there who has it worse. So please keep supporting the girls, keep supporting the podcast. I know I will be because this has been such an exhilarating experience for myself. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Please don't forget to follow everybody, keep up with the podcast, and see where we're all going from here. And if you're local, please come and see us at the shows because what's better than seeing us on a camera screen than to see us in person, take pictures with us, take some shots with us, have a drink with us. Please talk more with us. Seriously, like I feel like we are all even better together.
Oh, I love that. We are better together.
Together again, baby.
Yep.
Together again.
Everybody embrace the differences that make us unique. Like
Absolutely.
no two people are the same and nor should they be.
Love
Diversity makes us all stronger.
Amen.
I agree.
Right?
Be weird. Act up.
Be weird. Speaking of be, I want to send a huge thank you to the team at LA Fitness because I've been all about myself. I got cleavage now. I have been hitting the gym.
Honey, that is why I know I only do a little bit of padding, but like she's like little something something. She's an itty bitty committee girl, so like
I usually am too, but like that's my own cleavage. I'm not mad about that. I've been getting pecs.
Yes, baby. Yes.
And speaking of being weird, we have a very We have a very fun episode planned for 2 weeks from now. This next artist I found on TikTok and then found out they live literally 2 minutes from me. I had no idea, and I'm so captivated. And we're going to talk about two art forms that have a lot of similarities. So, our next guest is going to be none other than Bilbo the Clown.
Oh,
I love
God.
it.
Yep. Bilbo is a cute little queer clown, and we are going to talk about the similarities, the fun, and the excitement, and of just embracing the silliness.
It's about time we have a clown on this show.
Yes,
Right?
Honk,
we
honk.
love the silly.
You know what I
I know.
mean?
Ever since Fancy left, we haven't had a clown.
Aw.
I'm not mad about it. She would say the same thing.
You're
But
right. You're
Siren,
right.
it has been an absolute joy having you on this evening. I'm so glad you could bring your experience, your knowledge, and just your beauty to the show this evening because you are friggin' stunning.
Thank you, guys. Like I said, I love being around good people and good energy, and I feel like you two are the epitome of that. And thank you again for inviting me into your podcast world,
Yes.
being able to talk with you guys, answer questions and everything. And if you ever need a girl to come back on, please, I'm here for you.
Oh, we
Yes,
know how
man.
to find you, girl. You don't got to worry about that.
Yes.
My sister, Amethyst, I adore you. We have got some pearls of wisdom to fill as soon as we're done here. I'm very excited about that. But
Yes, sir.
everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Again, if you'd like to join the Patreon, all you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/InsideTheDragCloset. For as little as $5 a month, you'll be included in exclusive content like Pearls of Wisdom. Occasionally, we'll film backstage at shows. We'll show you parts of getting ready, stuff like that. Amethyst documented her trip to Miss Gay America last year. It was amazing.
It's
But
fun.
thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care of each other and
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
bye.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.